Matcha Tuesday. Yeah, I made it a matcha day. I, the ladies, elder ladies, but we supposed to be doing the Titus chapter 2 with these girls, right? I didn't watch some of the reactions to, I don't know if that was Lotto. I don't know who was on stage. But I don't even care who was on stage. We got to get between the programming and our children as best as we can. And when I'm saying our children, I'm talking about all children, any child you come in contact with. When I was growing up, I used to, when you get to a certain age, but my goal was to look like the women, with the suits and the old first lady types, not these new joints. The old was, they had to come in, they dressed, the fly hats, you could tell they was about it, they was on their business, they was in their bag, they just looked smooth and stylish and polished. Now it's too many young girls and grandmothers to honestly, and it's not the age of grandmothers. It's always been young grandmothers, but now we got too many young grandmothers, and then you got older grandmothers want to be hoes too. It's nothing cute in being a hoe. I don't know. I know the world tells you that it is, that you can be a hoe and it's cute. It's not cute to be a hoe. Hoes are used up. Their vaginas are stretched out. We're just gonna be very honest here. And nobody likes damaged goods. You know how you go in a grocery store and they got the damaged goods item, the goods that have the tops are busted in, they dented up so they can't sell it for the full price. A lot of these young girls and a lot of older women are not able to be sold at top price because you used and ran through. So the only thing you can do is run your bag up with being with multiple people, because you gotta accumulate the money by being ran through a couple of times. This is real. You can't get with one man of value that's gonna fund you, because no man for real, even no young man, especially those that are raised appropriately, they don't want somebody that everybody has had and had their fingers on and fingers in and body parts in. Women are a receptacle. You're a receptacle for all kinds of things and bodily fluids. Sex is more than just swapping fluids. You swapping spirits and things of that nature. So young men, you have to be careful who you with. If you're going to hit, you need to hit and run some of these chicks. I'm just being honest, because it's better that you stay to yourself and abstain. But because a lot of you are not going to do that, it's a lot of females who need to be a hit and run. And when I say hit and run, that means hit and go. You don't need to wife it. You don't even need to try to get close to wifing it. We need, like I said before, we need to bring back old sayings. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Most of these hoes don't want to be saved. They're wedded to it. The programming has been so thick that they want to. What I can't stand as a woman of means and substance and mentality, when you put anybody that's trying to sway my opinion, you can't get no whole rapper to try to talk to me about nothing. If you still working and operating in your hoe, I don't want to. I'm not listening to you, and you might actually have some sound sense. We all have come from somewhere, been somewhere. Some of us have been hoes, some of us have not been hoes. When I say being a hoe, mean acting less than what you're supposed to. So, but at some point you're supposed to change and and elevate. When I see somebody that's still operating in the same mentality, and then you tacky and I don't want to hear you. So you do a disservice to me when you try to put somebody in front of me and say that they want. I don't care. And then too many people look at the wrong individuals, celebrities, and all that for guidance. You need to look at God. But since you won't look at God, can you look at the fact? Since you're so worried about, I know the world tells you something, but I want you to remember what the old school taught us, because it's still true whether you want to admit it today. Hoes have no value. That you, like I said, being used up is not cute. Being on stage, parading yourself around. And I know y'all, oh, when they doing it, you know, if they going to, if people gonna pay, they might as well get paid for it. All money ain't good money. And as older women, we need to stop allowing the programming. You got Zeus TV, what's the up now? That's TV. All these videos and shows based on one thing: a bunch of people getting around, arguing, fighting, talking about I'm bad, I'm this, that, and the other, with a bunch of fake hair, long noise maker, you know, the little, you know, you blow the noise maker, them type of lashes, funky, disrespectful, and they have children. So you know the children are watching them, and they going out into the world, and you see them, they in the takeover, or they getting groomed to be in the takeover crowd. We are being overrun. Y'all worried about too much of the wrong stuff. Can't even get these children in check. I wonder if some fathers and some mothers, you know, in the Bible, and a lot of y'all are disconnected from the Bible. And that's why where we are now. Elias, the prophet, the one whose sons was just off the chain and reckless, and I think he failed to check them on numerous occasions. So Elias eventually died because of his sons, because he was deemed to be, God didn't see where he was effective in his parenting. His parenting was turning out some raggedy individuals that will soil and defile the population. Same thing with many of us. Yeah, people have a right to choose, but what are we teaching them to deter and distract and get them from? And I'm not really going into the Elias story that well, because you need to go into that yourself. And I'm not, I'm good with certain parts of the Bible, but I'm not good on all of it. But I know enough to know that Elias was heavily problematic as a prophet of God because of his children. His children was running rampant, running them hoes. And God had to deal with him because of his children. We're going to be dealt with because of our children, grandchildren, and whoever else, especially when you have interactions with them on a regular and you're able to sow a seed into them and help deter them. A lot of these children don't have no deterrence. As we get older, each generation is supposed to be succeeded by somebody able to take their place and to do those things and to maintain some type of order in which it's supposed to be had. We don't know order because, for one, we don't want men to be in charge of the order. That's who's in charge. If you ever want to get serious about fixing, you know, what's wrong with them? When is it going to stop? If you ever want to get to the root of and figure out and do what's right about when is whatever going to stop, go to the word. Go to the word. You can't go to the whole rappers. You can't go to the thug rappers. And I'm like, my God, why is all these rappers, our rappers that had a longer lifespan? It's like these young people now have been bought and sold. Not even just the rappers, but our own just bought and sold death. Did you wonder why? I done told y'all, I don't know how many times, why? Because you love people that promote death culture. So when you constantly speak death, you're going to get death. I'm out of here. See this? I got my matcha. This is actually a matcha. We got PJs across the street. So the matcha is a matcha with oat milk and honey syrup. And that's going to be it for the week. Let me go. Got things to do, people to see, and probably some guests to come to the director's office today, so I need to be up and ready. Like, they got my polka dots on. I think I'm going to get a yellow blazer, because I think I could have wore this with a nice yellow blazer. You know, the color blocking would have been popping, and some, y'all ain't ready. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you get a certain age, you're supposed to be about that, you know, put on and really like, yeah. Not on some, like, please graduate. Can we graduate? Maybe if our children see us graduating, they might want to graduate too. Nobody wants to graduate anymore. Some of it is because you're illiterate. So you just passed along. The word of the day is pass. passed along, passed around, passed, ran through. Don't be a ran through. It decreases your value in the marketplace.